पाइथन सीखेगा इंडिया कोर्स के 5वें दिन आपका स्वागत है। आज हम लोग इस एक बेसिक डेटा टाइप के बारे में पढ़ेंगे जिसका नाम है स्ट्रिंग। स्ट्रिंग बनाना आप जानते हैं, आप कोई भी चीज़ डबल कोट्स में लिखते हैं तो वो एक स्ट्रिंग होता है, लेकिन आज हम लोग उसके बारे में थोड़ा डिटेल से जानेंगे। So let's start with the string. We know that we have seen that we can make a string using writing normal English in double quotes. Okay, you can use other characters as well in double quotes to make a string, but we can even use single quotes to make a string. Okay, single quotes has some other advantage as well. Okay, first let's try to print this, how string got printed. Although you have seen these things, so if we run this my string will run. Python is awesome. And even the second command is also work. Second way of defining a string will also work the same way. Okay, basically both are same, but there are some benefits of using one representation, one way of defining a string than other. Sometimes suppose you want to use double quotes here, you can use double quotes here. Okay, you can see that you can write a double quotes inside a single quote string. Okay, similarly we can try in the above string. Let's check. First we will comment this and let's check whether we can write this or not. So you can see that if you want to write a single quote and double quote, then you have to use other kind of representation. Okay, suppose you want to write something, some single quotes in a string, then you can use double quotes. Okay, and if you want to use double quotes in your string, then you can use single quotes to define a string. Okay, but this is not the only way. Suppose we have this double quotes and we want to write double quotes, then a method called in programming is called escaping characters. Okay, so this backslash will escape the character, and now you can use a special character to define anything. Okay, now double quotes will be printed. You can see that double quotes can be printed inside the string which is defined by double quotes. Okay, in this way you can print double quotes. There is one more method. Suppose you don't like this method, okay, of escaping character, but this is ubiquitous. Okay, you will find in other programming language there are escaping characters which escape the commonly used symbols in that programming language. So you should understand the idea of escaping character. But if you don't want to use this escaping character in Python, you can use R. Okay, R means raw string. Okay, let's check this whether this work or not. See, it is not working. But R is sometimes used to define different kind of structure, different kinds of complicated string in Python. R stands for raw string. So sometime it will help you if you have some error, then you should try to write R in front of the string, and in this way you can get rid of the problem many times. Okay, so these are different kind of methods to define a string and some. Now let's check. A number in double quotes is also considered as a string. Okay, this is very important. A number in double quotes behaves like a string. It doesn't behaves like a number. So if you plus them, they will plus, they will add up, but they will add up as a string. Okay, we are clear about defining strings now. Now let's move to the next thing, and accessing data inside list. Okay, if you want to access some data inside a list, then inside a string, then you can use a similar method to the list. Okay, here it is, string. So how we can access the data inside a string? So suppose we have our string Python is awesome, and suppose we want to get its fourth character, then the first character is this, second character is this, third character is this, and fourth character is this. So again counting starts in Python is with 0. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is fourth. So fourth character is 0, and on the left side this is 1, -1, this is -2, this is -3, and this is -4. So the minus fourth character is S. Okay, in this, so let's check and print this. So you can see that this is first. From behind we can count simply -4, 4 character from the last, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, so we got S. And from the, and if you are counting from the front, then you have to use counting method from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see that this is the fourth character when you count with 0. So in this way you got 0 and S printed here. Okay, so the method of accessing a character of a string is very similar to the list operations. Okay, again some basic operations on string, and they are very similar to list again. So in order to find the length of a string, okay, suppose we have our string Python is awesome and you want to find its length, then simply use the command len. Okay, simply use the function len. So if you use the function len, then you will get the length of this character, and there are total 17 character inside this, including these white spaces. White space is also considered as a character in Python, okay, and in other programming language as well. Addition, suppose you have two string, say Sandeep and Suman, then you can add them together with plus operations. So if we do print A plus B, then you will get Sandeep Suman. And one more interesting thing I want to tell you, if you have number as a string, then you can get a string will not add up as a number, it will add up as a string. So you will get 10 20 actually. 10 plus 20 is 10 20. Okay, this is also very useful actually. Sometime this is very useful, because if you want to join two numbers like this, then you can convert them in a string and then add them. Okay, so these are the techniques often used in programming. Let's move to multiplication. Multiplication, we have idea about this multiplication from the list. It will replicate this number high or the string with the number you multiply with. Okay, so what this will do, this will print high 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 with this exclamation marks 5 times. So let's print this, and if you print this you will get, you can see that high exclamation is written 5 times. 1 2 3 4 5, you can count them. Okay, so in this way multiplication works. Now slicing works the same way. Suppose we have a, I have written as Sandeep, and then slicing C14. What will be the C14? Again we will use square bracket to slice, and we have to use this colon inside that. So we can write S1, sorry, this is 0 character, this is 1, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 0, this is 1. So it will start with an and go for to up to 4. 1 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will print fourth character is this E. So it will print A and D. It will start with the position 1. While counting starts with 0, you have to always remember this. Counting starts with the 0. So S is actually 0 index. This is 1 index. So we will start with 1 and we will end before 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 is this E. So we have to leave that E. So A and D will be the answer. Okay. Second, 4, it will start from 4 and go up to the end. Okay, so we will get D double EP in the second, and in the third we will start from the beginning and go before 4. So we will get SAN 0 1 2 3 4 SAND. Okay, so let's check the outputs. So you can see that this 17 is from previous print. Okay, 17 is from previous print. So you can see that the first is AND, second is EEP, okay, and the third is actually SAND. Okay, okay, it will start from fourth character, 0 1 2 3 and fourth EEP. Okay, sorry, it is EEP. Let's move to the next important thing. The slicing is more powerful in the case of string. Okay, slicing has more power and or more choices in the case of string. Okay, you can slice from negative. This will reverse the string. You don't have to use that reverse function here. You can simply write, suppose this is university function, this is Tilka Manji Bhagalpur University, written without any space, and suppose you want to reverse this, you just write univ dot dot starting index is start from beginning and up to the last. If you leave something, then it will go up to the extreme. Okay, and -1 means you have to reverse this. The second command is, this is empty, so you have to start with 0. This is empty, it means you have to go up to the end, and 2 means it will use every other characters. Okay, while the first S1 is, you have to start with the 1. Yeah, that means it will start with I. It will go to the up to 20 offsets. It means that up before 20th position, and it will leave other numbers. So first will be I, then it will leave the L, and then it will be K. So let's print all three. Print 1, copy down, replace this with 2 and replace this with 3. Let's print this, and you can see that it start, the first print started with I and it left the KL and then it go to K. So I K M, you can see that it looks like this, and it took only 20 characters. Okay, while while S2 starts with from 0 and go up to the last, leaving second other character. Okay, it will take the first, it will leave the second, then it will take the third, leave the 4. In this way it will go on. S2, you can see that S3 is reversing. You can see that this is the reverse of the original string. Okay, now we will learn about string methods. There are many inbuilt methods in associated with the strings of Python, and one is capitalize. Okay, let's check the capitalize method, and capitalize will make all the characters small letters except the very first one. Okay, W will be capital while all other characters will be get in lowercase. Okay, let's check this. So you can see that only the first character is in capital, all others are in small case. Okay, so in this way you can use capitalize function. Okay, you can make a string lower by this lower method. So if you print this, you will get all the character, like the name suggests, all the character will be in lowercase. So these are simple method. Most of the name of method is very count intuitive. If you even Google search, you will find that. Okay, according to your purpose, and there are many string methods. Now we will move to replace function. Like the name suggests, it will replace something with something. Okay, and what it will do, it will replace all m's with x. Okay, so we have few capital M's here. You can see that here we have capital M, here we have capital M. So it this 3m will get replaced, while this small m will not get replaced. Okay, because small m and capital M are different characters in Python. So, and in general in most programming language, at least modern programming language, you can see that m has been replaced with x. Okay, here in the development and program. Okay, while this small m welcome in the small m in the welcome has not get replaced. Okay, so in this way you can replace this one part of a string with another. Replace method has an optional argument as well. This you can use one or remove one. Okay, 1 2 whatever you want. So if you use this one, then one instance of the first instance of this m will get replaced with x. Okay, let's check this. So the first m is in development, this will get replaced, but while other m's remain the same. Suppose you want to replace first two, then you can use 2, and you can see that now this x has been replaced, this m has been replaced, and also there is one m replaced in the program. Okay, in this way you can use the replace function. Now we have another very important function is known as find. Find is another very important function. Suppose you have a big string and you want to find a substring in that, then you can use find. Okay, this is similar to index function actually, where you can find the position of some element of a list. Here we have a similar method that is known as find. So we have the message welcome to faculty development program, and we want to find the where is the our 2 exist. So in order to find the 2, whether it exists or not, you have to use find method. So if you use message.find, and in the parenthesis in double quotes, if you give the string, you will get 2. Okay, so in the 8th position, 8th offset often called in Python, 8th position we have 2. Okay, so the position of 2 is 8, and you can count them. This is 0th position, 1st position, 2 3 4 5 6, and space is 7 and 8. So in this way you can see that it will actually give you the beginning of a substring. If we don't have any string, let's say we don't have anything, then the result of find will be -1. Okay, so if you get a negative number, you can say that the substring doesn't present in that, and if you get some positive number, then you will get the position of the substring. Also, you can think of find this find function as the following command is illustrate that if you got the offset 8. Okay, we have seen that we got the position 8. So what we will do, we will take a substring up to 8, we will add this 2, and then we will, because the length of this is 2, so we will add a substring from 8 plus 2. Okay, that is offset plus length to up to the end. Then in that case we will get the original message. Okay, you can see that This is also very important to understand that what is 2, what is. So basically what we are doing, we are taking this part, and this part is masses colon 8, and this part is 2. Okay, this part represented by this, the same thing we, the substring we used to find, we have found in this message. And then this part, okay, that is position plus length of this, that is 2, is actually this part, okay, from here to here. In this way you can recover the original message, or you can understand how find works actually. Suppose you need this part, okay, then you have to write this. Suppose you want this part, then you have to write this. Okay, in this way you can use different combination of this. Okay, this is very important to understand that. And now we will move to split function. Split is very important function, and again all these methods, I have chosen most common methods. There are many other methods, okay, there are many other methods. So we have a message like this, and we want to split this. Okay, this will generate a list actually, and we, by default it will split with spaces. Okay, so if you, the first word will be welcome, then to faculty development program, they all, we have 5 words, and all 5 words go into 5 elements of a list. So let's check the list. Note that this method will not make a string, this method will make a list. Okay, welcome. Okay, all the words will be elements of the list. Okay, this method is versatile. Suppose we have another message, Amar, Akbar and Anthony, and each has a comma in it. Okay, and we want to split this. Okay, if you use the normal split, then the split will occur at space, white spaces. Okay, if you want to split with some other character, you can write the character inside this. Okay, for example, we want to split this with comma, then we have to tell that split with comma. You can also split with other characters. Suppose you want to split with R, first illustrate with comma actually. Let's check that actually we got. So you can see that we have split this message with comma. Okay, we got Amar, Akbar and Anthony. Comma will not get printed. Let's try with R, and you can see that AMA, this R will not get printed. Actually it will become a element of list. Okay, AMA, then we have comma AKBA, comma AKBA, and then again actually this part doesn't has any R, so whole part will get printed. So in this way you can use split function. This is very versatile function. Now we have seen, we have just seen the split function. What it does, it takes a string and converts it into a list. Okay, we can do the reverse process. Okay, suppose you have a list and you want to convert it into a string, so you can use that, you can achieve this using join method. So suppose we have a list. Okay, it has 3 elements, same, Amar, Akbar and Anthony. Then we can recover the message by joining all of them with comma. So if you want space or comma, whatever you want between them, you can mention them here. Okay, then dot join L. Okay, this is very, it's different kind of function actually, different kind of method, but this looks like this. Okay, so look at this, whatever you want to go between each 2 elements of list. Okay, just write here. Here we have space, so you will get Amar space, then Akbar space, then Anthony. Okay, it will look like this. Let's check this. You can see that there are spaces between each element of list. Suppose you want comma, then you can write this like this. Okay, you want comma and one space as well, so you can do comma and space. Okay, so in this way you will get comma and space. You can see that Amar comma, like in English writing we should write a space after comma, so we can see that we got Amar comma space Akbar. Okay, so in this way you can use join method. This is another very important method, and I have already discussed these things. Now in the last part, like the same in the list, we learn about membership and iterating over a string. Okay, so same as we can ask questions like whether T, capital T, belongs to TMBU or not. So see, we will ask capital T, this is string, in the string TMBU or not. So the answer should be true. We can see that math belongs to mathematics, so answer should be true. While SS does not belongs to Sandeep, so the answer should be false. Okay, this is very easy and very intuitive as well. So you can see that the first two is true while the third one is false. Okay, in this way you check whether some substring belongs to a bigger string or. You can also use find method, but you have to check whether the output is positive or not. Okay, but this method is very direct. Now let's talk about iteration. Like the same way we can iterate over a string, and the iteration is again same. We use the similar syntax for I in univ, that is TMBU, and if you want to print, you can make a code block using this colon, but you have to indent this. Okay, so we will use 4 spaces. Okay, you can count that. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. So this will be a block. Okay, so let's print this. So you can see that the all the elements, that is I takes the value first T, then I takes the value M, then P, then U, and this the loop will end. Okay, in this way you can use some, you will get some idea about string methods. You can use them. There are many string methods and operation and ways to manipulate strings. You can learn later, but these are some basics and most commonly used. तो इस तरह हम लोगों ने आज स्ट्रिंग के बारे में जाना। स्ट्रिंग को बनाना आसान है और हम लोग पहले भी बनाते आए हैं। थोड़ा सा आपको ध्यान रखना है तब जब आपको डबल कोट यूज़ करना है या सिंगल कोट यूज़ करना है तो कैसे यूज़ करेंगे। और सबसे सिंपल रूल है कि आप उसका जो स्ट्रिंग डिफाइन करो उसके दूसरे टाइप से करो, क्योंकि पाइथन में दो तरह से आप स्ट्रिंग डिफाइन कर सकते हो, इन डबल कोट्स एंड सिंगल कोट्स। देयर आर एक्चुअली वन मोर मेथड, but I don't want to discuss that. There is a way of triple quotes as well, but let's leave it for now. And even the numbers inside double quotes behaves as a string. Okay, you can access the elements of a string like the same way in list by their index. Okay, if you want to access elements from the last, use minus sign. Okay, you can find the length of a string using len function. You can add them. Actually this operation is called concatenation. Basically we join them. Okay, so if you want to join them, concatenate them, then use plus operation. If you want to repeat some string, then use multiplication. Now slicing is similar to list. Just put the position of the element from where you want to take it, and last element you want to leave, you have to take that. Okay, suppose you want to take A to double E, then you have to take the position of this A, and you have to take the position of P actually. Okay, because last element represent that what you want to leave. Okay, this again the same. If you want to leave the ending position, you just leave it blank, there is nothing here. If you want to take a substring from the start, just leave it the starting position blank. The substring in Python, the slicing in Python is very powerful. You can use these optional parameters as well to leave some character, okay, or provide some period. Like range function, we can provide some period, okay. So it will take first element, then leave the other element, okay, other, then again take the third element, leaves the fourth element. In this way you can do, combine all those idea to achieve this. You will get all the elements of even one first element, then it will leave the second, and so on, okay. We are leaving blank, okay. That means you want to get similar kind of operation from start to end, so we left them as blank, okay. If you want to reverse a string, just put -1. You can also use -2, -3 as well. So -2 what will do, -2 will take this string first, then it will leave the t, then it will take I. So y I r, like this will go like this, okay, from the up to beginning. String method, there are many string methods, okay, and few commons are capitalize. Capitalize will always remember, only it will capitalize the first letter of the string. It will make all other in lowercase, okay. Lower will make all the elements in lowercase. Replace will simply all instance of this string with this string, okay. You can use 2 as well. Suppose you want to do then it will replace this with x. Let's check this, okay. This will be interesting. So you can see that what it have done, it have took this substring and replaced this with x. You can see that, okay. So you can use not only character but bigger strings as well. If you want to use replay, if you want to have some control on number of times the replace function work, then you can use an optional parameter 1 2 3 4. That is how many times you want to replace that. Another important method is find. If you want to find a substring in a bigger string, then you can use find function, okay. Find function works like this. We have seen that. Then split, you can split a string into a list with some indicator that from where you want to split. By default it will split with spaces. You can use other splitting indicators like comma or something other, whatever you like. You can provide a or any character as well. Just write them inside the split function as an argument, okay. The reverse of split function is join function. Join function will take a list and convert them into a string, okay. Whatever you want to go between the elements, you can write them here, okay. Then membership is very simple. Membership is like, in the list we will just ask the question whether a substring in string or not, bigger string or not, and if it is a part of a string, it will give you answer true. If it is not a part of a string, then it will give you false. And iteration is very simple. You just iterate for I or any other variable in the string and just do whatever you like, okay. It will access the string character by character, okay. Remember, it will access the element character by character, and in general you will have spaces and other. There are other characters as well. That is, I have already mentioned in first class that we have a new line character \n that will make a line, that will also count as a character. तो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर वाचिंग दिस। इस तरह हम लोगों ने स्ट्रिंग मेथड्स के बारे में पढ़ा, और आज इसे समाप्त किया जाता है 5वें दिन के को। ओके, थैंक यू।